foremost, man, love and respect to all you guys. Hit the like button, comments up. Um, I forgot to do a few things, but it's all good. Anyways, everything's good at the Raas Academy. Just chilling, doing some reptile work. It gets a little warm at the academy as well. You guys probably see my boy Scar in the background. He just chilling, but yeah, just you guys come on in, man. Chop it up with your boy while I get some stuff done. We got the I was in the yellow anacondas enclosure, and as you guys can see, check this out. So, man, I'm already 6'3", and yeah, it's way longer than me, so incredible. Straight up, incredible. Salute, what's good with y'all? What's good with y'all? Just chilling. But yeah, she's growing like crazy. This the yellow anaconda shed, man. Don't get no better than that. Hey, speaking of that, yo, why are you trying to get in Rain's enclosure? I don't think that's a good idea. And believe it or not, guys, we ain't gonna try it. But I strongly believe that I don't think they would want smoke with each other. I think they'd just look at each other and probably be like, yo, who are you? They probably think they're the same thing or something. You never know. What's good, KP Reptiles? Hoping everything is well with you. What's up? What's up? CSL, what's good? Try hard. What up? What up, though? Chomp, chomp. Reptillery. What's the word? What's the word, man? Where the new videos at? I think you got those raccoons over there, too. COE Yante. Yes, sir. Hey, yo, that COE Yante guy, man. Funny story. Man, met this guy, cool dude. You know what I'm saying? Another reptile individual. Like good hard-working young man, too. Hey, y'all get dude to follow for sure. This man doing backflips with like handguns, man, and weapons and rapping at the same time. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. So salute to you. I seen your videos going viral. That's much respect. Hey man, what up? It's my first time making it to a stream. What's good? What's good? Eric, chomp, chomp. Yeah, I'm just over here on the academy. There we go. Should be back. I'm just here at the academy, get some work done. I just want to check in with you guys, making sure everything's well. Boza, what's good, man? Salute, man. Another great person. Boza Balls is a good person. Got the ball pythons on lock, all that good stuff. And his story is incredible. Weight loss, all of that, man. Good dude. Check him out as well. Carlos Visa PTE, salute. Chomp, chomp. Good seeing you on the live again. Yeah, guys. So thing is, I know I've been coming strong with all the videos. So I was like, man, let me just take a step back. I took 2.5 days off, and I was like, man, let me just make sure everybody get caught up on the videos. And now we back to it. I'm like, we might as well get the live streams jumping too. Get the lives jumping. Keep the videos coming. We gonna keep it pushing. Y'all can see. Don't know if y'all can see all that battle scars, man, from your boy Scar. That boy got the claws of a monster for sure. You got monitors, you gonna get scratched up. Venom, salute. How much is the tuition at the Raas Academy? Hey man, put your application in. You just might get accepted for free. You never know. I don't have any reptiles yet, but I love to. I've got frogs and a range of insects. That's incredible, man. I grew to like insects a lot. There's a guy, I think, what is his name? Camera Ants or something? Some of you guys know who this guy is. This dude got like ant colonies like crazy. And I was learning so much about insects from him that I was like, man, like, it's almost insane how smart some of the smaller animals can be due to their size. And, of course, we all knew, like, a lot of ants were definitely warriors. So, we can't take that from them either. But, hey, you can't go back here. Get back here. Come on. Okay. So, we got Scar right here scratching me up again. You know what I'm saying? He's a beast, and these claws really hurts. Bad. Hurt bad. And I always bleed. But, yeah, he's a beast, man. I feed him pretty much whatever he desires. Try to keep the insects involved too. But everything is good with him. So, Dennis, what's good with you, man? I hope you're getting ready for fishing season. Hoping everything's good. So, right now, he looks so big at holding him up. Yeah, man, this dude, He's huge. He's huge. I'm trying to be tough with you guys so you can see him. Could wear the gloves, hold him, y'all can see him a lot more. Because, man, his claws is even worse than Spidey's at the moment. Don't know how. It's probably because Spidey got way more space and moves a lot faster than him, too. So he don't have nothing to really break down his claws with. But he's pretty cool. They're incredible. They're not too fun of handling, though. I only touch my frogs when I need to move their enclosure around. That is dope. That's dope, man. I feel that. I feel that for sure, especially with amphibians and insects. Let's have a trip to Oregon in April. That is dope, man. Keep me updated. Send me some dope pictures, man. I need to learn some techniques. You feel me? So we'll go from there. But what I've been up to, I've been going to all of the fishing spots in my area, tearing them up, man. Tearing them up. But I'm really trying to find a spot with walleye, because walleye is real good, and I'm having trouble finding that. No matter who I ask, they either give me false information or they just don't know. My friend is going to teach me to go crabbing. Now, that should be interesting. That should be interesting for sure. For sure. You might as well make a YouTube channel, man. You seem to be an excellent fisherman. You seem to love it. There's no point in just, man, keeping all that knowledge to yourself. Bring it to the community, man. Bring it to the communities. For sure. What time is it over there, man? I'm from Australia, so my time zone is wacky. I don't even know what time it is right now, if I'm honest. It's probably like, what? Maybe it's about 9 o'clock or something. Something like that. I don't got a clock in here, if I'm honest. But all I can tell you, the sun went down not too long ago, so. But yeah, it shouldn't be that bad. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's nighttime, man. That's all that matters. I really don't get that much sleep anyway, man. So I just be pretty much brainstorming, doing my other line of work, and just chilling, thinking about new things I'm gonna do with the reptiles. Because what I'm working on now, guys, is like I'm working on the caiman enclosure, the turtle pond. Working a lot more of a spotty lately. As you guys been seeing, he's been active again and stuff like that. And yeah, just making sure everything at the academy stays the way it's supposed to be. So let's make sure all the animals good. A lot of you guys don't get mad at me, but I got so close yesterday, and it sounds crazy. I got so close yesterday to selling my boy Jariah. I was about to get rid of him, not even just selling them in terms of just for money. I was going to even take less for him. I was just pretty much like, I feel like with Jariah, I've been giving him enough attention he deserved. So I actually considered like just giving them to somebody, who might have a lot more time to bond with him. And I was like, man, I know the channel going to be a little upset about that. But I did end up changing my mind a little bit. I didn't follow through with that. Because thing is, I got a lot of plans for this channel. And I just want to make sure every animal here gets the attention they deserve, as well as, they get the care they deserve. So, Jariah pretty much hides on the ground a lot. He eats, disappears, and pretty much it unless you force him out, which is no problem. That's what they do. But yeah, that's the pixie frog for the people who don't know who that is. I remember when you just started this channel, Two-Tone Fishing. I remember you too. I haven't watched since you first got the Asian water monitor. Dang, man, you've been gone since too long, man. Like, what, you been going almost 3 years then? That's crazy. Maybe longer, 3.5 years. He said, I'm excited and nervous about it. I've heard the sea is really scary in Oregon. Yes, man, the sea ain't no joke. The sea ain't never no joke, but you never know when you are Oregon what you will get yourself into. So hopefully the weather is okay and you'll be all right, man. You do know how to swim, I hope. Other than that, man, I think you'll be fine, man. You'll be straight. You shouldn't really have no problems. But yeah, man, everything's good here at the academy. They're spraying down everybody, seeing everybody straight. And man, this dude Scar got me bad. He got me too bad. That's crazy. He said, I am a good swimmer. Hey, then you all good. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. If you can swim and hold your breath, man, you all good. Yeah, I kind of got out of all my reptiles I used to have and got a lot more into fishing. Hey, man, fishing my second life too, man. I love it. If you got into that realm of work, like, you saying you kind of got more into fishing, that means you doing it all the time. So that tells me a lot. That tells me that, like, man, you out there getting some big things done. What's some of your best spots? Like, do you travel? Do you travel around, like, the world to go fishing, or you kind of stick to the state you're in? Because, man, pretty much anywhere in Illinois, I know all the best spots. Salmon season, I know all the best spots. Wisconsin, definitely know all the best spots. Michigan, too. What else? I think that's pretty much it in terms of, then, believe it or not, Arizona got some good places too. And I haven't gotten ocean fishing at all. So not gonna lie to you about that. I'm pretty much with the lakes. When it comes to lake fishing, that's me all day. But that spam of the Pacific claims lots of lives every year, man. Hey man, just be careful out there, man. Be careful out there. Don't go too far out. Don't go too far out, man. And like wherever y'all end up going, just make sure y'all come back at a decent amount of time. Man, when the weather starts acting up, when the sea is acting crazy, man, it gets ugly out there. It gets ugly. And I would hate for you to be stuck at sea until it calms down. So, but I mean, hey, I sense y'all probably professionals at this point, so you don't need me to say that. Let's see. The Columbia River Gorge is the best for salmon and rainbow trout. Absolutely. Heard many, many stories. Absolutely. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And it's easier to catch. You don't got to do all the snagging all the time either. I fish all around Florida, but I would love to travel if I got enough subs to do that. Man, come on, man. All you got to do is just keep your consistency going. And keep your consistency going. And eventually, your subscriber's going to find you. Can snakes understand affection? I'm one of those guys. I strongly believe that animals can feel how you feel. Not just dogs, because some people think those are dog traits. But I really personally feel like an animal can feel your emotion. So, let's say if you, like for example, Scar. Scar knows that I'm no threat, right? But when I first got him, he'll bluff all the time. He'll hiss at me, all that good stuff, tail whip me. And then he started growing to realize that, like, hey, this dude mean no harm. I never feared him. He feared me until he realized I'm more like a friend. I'm like his father. And I really feel like animals, they feel your emotions. And sometimes when you have people that are, for example, I'm finna put these gloves on because he got me all types of bad. So if you guys didn't see me holding them with no gloves, that's on you. Because I ain't getting scratched up by this dude no more. But anyway, I strongly feel like they can feel exactly how you feel. I'm one of those guys who believe in energy, spirit, all that good stuff. And he used to bluff all the time. He still might poop on us, but he used to bluff all the time, man. But now this dude just chill. He realized, like, hey, I'm a good dude. He a good dude. He's a big guy. Like, man. And from what I've been told, he's still going to keep growing. But he is incredible, man. He is incredible. You guys can see. That's the bees. Okay. Why are you trying to wrap me around like a snake? He's a big baby. Big baby. Okay. I'm laying you down now. Go ahead. Have fun. Talk to Rain. But I believe snakes do feel it. They make a connection with you. And absolutely, Boza definitely knows. He deals with more ball pythons and snakes than I do. But I definitely believe that. Especially my big boy constrictor. Like, we got a bond like no other. My boy is chunky. Yeah, he's a big guy. Thanks for explaining. I wasn't sure. Yeah, man, when it comes to any animal, like, I've seen like videos of like elephants. People have near-death experiences literally with like elephants, man, thinking their life finna be gone. Angry male elephant, like a buck or whatever they call it. And somehow they start talking to him, man. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if God helped him or not. But it's like I feel like the elephant, he felt that person emotion, like realized like, yo, this dude he ain't trying to harm your family. He ain't trying to hurt you. And once he realized that, the elephant calmed down and walked away. So always keep that in mind. I have a pet skunk and a water snake. I miss all my monitors, but they take a lot of time. Yeah, they take a lot of time, but they're fun animals to have, man. And in my opinion, like it's one of the best animals like you really can have. Like this Tegu, I'm still working on bonding with him. He's very snappy. He'll eat for me, take food from me. But when it comes to hold him, instead of him trying to bite me, he runs away. So I'm taking a lot of time to deal with him. And he likes to be rubbed, but it takes a minute. It does take a minute. But yeah, it's all a work in progress. You got the time and you take the effort, especially these guys like to grow a lot. It's cool. Like the Savannah isn't here. You know, I knew when I put him in something like this, obviously, and this is me telling y'all this, like the complete truth. Yes, it's smaller. It's way smaller, you know, but it gives me a lot more time to bond with him. He pretty much only sleeps in here, and then I'll feed him in here and there. But other than that, take him out, let him explore. Same with the Tegu. He's going to keep growing. He's good in there now because this one is bigger than this is. But he's good in there now. He burrows a lot. He comes out, explore through the room, leave out. Sooner or later, we're going to start taking him outside. Retic as well. Some people keep their retics in long tanks for their whole life, just for breeding purposes. But for him, temporarily, that's what he's in. But he will be out of it. He can't stay in there forever. Eventually, he'll start escaping. Boa constrictor, she's a little different. And I say that because I gave her a bigger enclosure. For her, she kind of grew up, even before I got her, in a small environment. And what I grew to understand was, and I learned this from this species down here, is that, well, not from this species, but from her personality, is that every time I tried to put her in something large, like something big that I created, like at my old place, she would never eat, even made sure the temperatures was on point. She would not do it. I put her in smaller environments. She going every time. But this is the biggest she's ever been in terms of a enclosure setup. So she got a lot of room to grow and hop in the trees and stuff like that. Got to put a big water bowl in there. But she don't like all that extra stuff because, as you guys know, boa constrictors are ambush predators. So the more hiding spots she got, the more active she'll get. So sorry I haven't responded to you in such a long time, Raas. A lot of life-changing stuff happened since I've last contacted you. Just letting you know I'm still subbed to you, Reptile Whisperer. Hey, salute, man. Everything's good, man. Everything's good. I understand life plays a part. We all go through things in life, and I hope whatever your situation is or whatever you got going on, if you're too busy, I hope everything works out. You know, the channel gonna always be here, and when it ain't here, if something ever happened to it, find me on Instagram. You know, I'll always be around. The Raas Academy gonna always be here, so we always gonna be here. Reptile Whisperer, yes sir. Grab a came lizard, a reptiliary. I literally just had one, so you can see that enclosure over there, the pandatarium, whatever they call it. But I had them, and unfortunately, the thing is with buying them, especially young, you never know if they're captive bred. Or if they're, you would know if somebody tell you, but if they got, whoever you got them from, whoever their supplier is, if they got them captive bred or wild caught, you got to know those things because the thing with caiman lizards, sometimes if you don't get them dewormed, like early, as soon as you get them, it's over with. So I strongly believe when I got mine as a baby, I didn't get it dewormed. I was uneducated in that realm. I didn't know. I follow a caiman lizard group. And most people who get caiman lizards who are deep into them, they get them dewormed. They make sure no parasites in them because these guys eat a lot of snails and stuff. So it take a lot of extra care. It's not a beginner reptile. So that dude was dead. He was dead out of there like within a few days or so. So I told my guy I got him from, and it wasn't his fault. It just sometimes with the caiman lizards, they do have parasites and they have worms. So I do plan to get another one, but I'm going to get a bigger one, something that's already an adult. So he's been gone for about, man, I ain't really, he died a month ago or something like that. But I was like, dang, because that's one of my favorite animals to get. But I definitely I'm waiting on an adult one or some at least bigger to get that's already been dewormed and already been, eating and active because man, they take a lot of work, especially if you can't get them to eat. But I definitely plan to get one though. That is on the list. It's on the list. Okay, so all right, Scar, I'm gonna put you back up because it's time to move on, and you just chilling anyway. You ain't even doing anything, so you walk around the enclosure. Promise I'll let you out again for a couple hours again tomorrow, maybe longer. Let him bond with the kids. Go ahead. But yeah, everything's good at the academy, man. Like we'll be back to dropping a lot of videos tomorrow. The common question you guys keep asking me, a lot of you guys keep asking, is will I start breeding rats again? The question is, like, to answer y'all question, the answer is absolutely. Absolutely. At first, when I first moved to this place, I was refusing. I was refusing to not like breed rats and stuff like that. But unfortunately, I have to do it. I plan to do it for sure because the thing is, the smell, it takes a lot of work. And at the old spot, I made, like, I was producing so many rats. It was insane. It got, like, it was too crazy. It was too many. It was too many. And I was like, man, when I get to the next spot, I'm going to tone it down a bit. But we got to bring it back. We got to bring it back. Is Spotty still bullying? I mean, befriending the dogs. Oh, yeah, sometimes he haven't seen them, like, in the house in a minute. But the hotter it get, he'll start coming back in the house. So, hey, I believe so. Do you ever try or consider to breed any of your reptiles? Absolutely. So, what I'm working on now, and I'll take this off. What I'm working on now is, and I got to come down here anyway. So, what I'm working on now is breeding the boa constrictor. She's about to get a male pretty soon to go to breed with her. And when that happens, that's going to be the easiest project on the planet. That's going to be the easiest. Same with, if I'm honest, like the anaconda is one of my favorite animals to own. But she's a breeding animal too. So I plan to breed the yellow. And I practically raised Jean, the boa, so I'll be breeding her too. And she's been doing great in here. I'm going to add a couple more trees, make it easier for her. Put some green in here, make it easy. And then I got to add this big water bowl I got, and it's going to be right under that tree. That's pretty much all I'm missing in here. So she shouldn't have any more issues. But, yeah, she can move around. She can extend her whole body. She doesn't muss too much at all, and she's cool. He said, I can't stand rats. I hate breeding rats, but with the price, I need to. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you buy them so much, and then you look at some of these people prices, and you know 100%, like, yo, come on, man. Like, you don't got to be charging that much because you breed them. And it's like, man, well, they the ones with the store, so you got to take it. But yeah, they don't even realize how easy it is to breed rodents. It's almost too simple. It's literally too simple. A common mistake that a lot of people make too when it comes to your spray downs and stuff, people spray too much. She's ready to eat. That's why she's coming out like that. But all these guys ready. She's ready. This will be her first meal in here. She's ready after that long shed that I took out over there. But this girl right here, the Dominican Red Mountain Boy, she's definitely ready. But I got to get in there. She pooped all in the water, all that stuff. Definitely got to spray her down. I missed a couple days here. But, yeah, she just shed it too. It was oddly enough that all of my reptiles at the academy, they all shed it at the same time. And that was pretty cool to me. I was like, man, that's pretty dope. Her shed wasn't too bad. Just 3 little clip-offs. But she's doing good. I got to empty her water bowl, get her something nice. But yeah, like, other than that, I do plan to breed a lot of these guys. a lot of them. Definitely want to try it, man. It just, I don't know. It's never been really like a must to me. I know some people get into the hobby strictly because of strictly because of breeding and making money, and just just the love of animals. But mainly for me is like, I love animals so much. Dang, what's wrong with this stand? There we go. Let's see. I love animals so much that I always considered, just owning a lot and being able to take care of them. So that was always the main priority to me, is taking care of these guys and making sure that, I know as much about this species as possible. I haven't seen Spotty chomping in quite some time. My wife, fiance last month, is also ready to jump back in the arena. Well, yeah. If you like you said, you've been out of the channel for a little second. I had some Spotty videos literally twice last week. Check him out. It's the last couple videos I made. What he's gonna do? Well, she's gonna are you guys gonna see it? She's gonna run away. She's gonna run. She always do that, but I'm working with her. I'm working with her. Like she's a pretty good animal. She's just very shy. Very, very shy. When I say very, it's almost insane. That's why I named her Starfire. Because Starfire was pretty much shy until it came to battle. And it came to saving her friends. So I always name the animals after cartoons, animes, or whatever they remind me of, depending on the personality. He said, she doesn't even need to go out to get a man. You'll bring her one home. Absolutely. When are you going to start doing videos on your Cayman? Blizzard. Who is Blizzard, man? I don't got no Cayman named Blizzard. My Cayman name is Gara. See, here's the problem, man. And, this used to happen to me early on when I first made the channel. My boy Gatorpool Gators, who encouraged me to make a channel, one of my favorite YouTubers. He encouraged me to make one. He's the reason I got a channel in the first place. Because at first I wasn't going to make one at all. So he taught me how to make a first enclosure. And from there, I learned how to do them, on my own, and add my own spin and stuff. So people would commonly think that I was him. And I'm like, yo, I am not this dude, man. Like, I'm not from Texas. I don't have that accent. But I'm not him at all, man. Like, my Cayman name is Gara. I just made a video of him a couple days ago, something like that. Well, not a couple days ago, but a couple videos ago. So, we're going to go see that, check it out. Plus, I'm building him a new enclosure. My Cayman name is Gara. Huge fan, brother. Keep doing you. Family, yes sir, yes sir. You know I always got to do me, man. You as well. I appreciate you 100%. Appreciate you 100%. Now, I will say what I learned about this species, the Dominican red mountain boar. Some of you guys who've dealt with this species before, y'all might have figured this out before I did. I might just be that dude who a late bloomer. But this species musk a lot, and it smells horrible. So I'm like, dang, is this something I did? Like, that's the first line of defense she actually uses. When I try to hold her and stuff, she get to spraying like crazy. I'm like, man, what is wrong with this species, man? I'm like, all right, you got me. So I kind of mess with her here and there until I'm prepared. But yeah, everybody at the academy as well. I'm not sure if YouTube will let me play music, but I got my Alexa thing here if I needed to. But yeah, everything's good at the academy, guys. Just took a few days off, and we back to it now. Cause it sound crazy. I literally forgot I could go live on here. Well, I be going live all the time. I think we're gonna bring back the podcast too. Just because we could talk, we could chop it up, how to set up in this room in front of all of the animals, and get to know a lot of you guys more, and y'all get to know me a lot more, learn more about the animals, and even animals we don't have. We'll probably do reviews on other things. Let's see. What do you say? Purely from a visual standpoint, what is your favorite venomous snake? All right, so there's a specific way I'm answering this question. And the reason why is because certain venomous snakes I can't own. And the main reason, obviously, is not just you got to have a permit for a few of them, but as well as you have to have the experience. I'm not going to be that fool to tell you that, hey, I'm experienced to work with all these venomous snakes. No, I'm not going to be ignorant enough to try to own a venomous that I can't handle. And that's just the honest percent truth. So, with that being said, my favorite venomous snake that I always wanted to own, that I actually can own, is the rhino viper and the gaboon viper, right? The ones I can own. In terms of venomous snakes that I can't own and probably will never own, is probably the black mamba or the king cobra. Now, king cobra, yeah, you'd be like, okay, that's probably pretty much everybody's venomous snake they like. But it's the fact of what the king cobra can do. It's how it's more to that title than just it being venomous. That animal itself is so incredible, even from the standpoint of how they reading you. From a martial arts perspective, we learn a lot from the cobra itself. It's insane. It's insane. Like it's a lot of respect I have for the king cobra outside of the venom it possesses. It's their movement. It's the language they give you before they even strike. It's a lot there. Whereas the gaboon viper, them fangs crazy. Whoo, it's crazy, but I love it. And I was just out herping recently. Had the chance to see a lot of rattlesnakes in the wild. Like I never thought I would be able to see rattlesnakes in person, in the wild, in front of my face, roaming freely. And this proves my theory of the fact that a lot of these animals are misunderstood. And hear me out, for you guys who might live in areas where rattlesnakes are literally everywhere. They might be in your backyard, things like that. But hear me out though. A rattlesnake will not mess with you unless you mess with him or her, whatever. And that is a fact. Every rattlesnake I ran into, literally, was doing its own thing, either hiding under a bush, under a ground area, like in some type of burrow, just chilling, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you were walking and it was crossing paths trying to go somewhere else. And you happen to alert it. And the thing about rattlesnakes, they warn you first with their rattle. They're gonna rattle their tails. What is it like? I know I'm way off here. It's about, what is it? I think it's about 1,000, like I guess rattles point something seconds. But it's like they do it thousands of times every second. So they're giving you warnings already. The fact when you start messing with them, that's when they want to they got to defend themselves. So when you get bit, most of the people who got bit by rattlesnakes, it's either accidental, they didn't see it there, or they were, majority of the time, they didn't know what it was, or they were going out there looking for it and they got tagged. So it's crazy. Cobras are the only snake that growl as well, which is amazing. Amazing animal for sure. Amazing. The problem with copyright-free playlists is that they aren't actually always copyright-free because of the channel that makes them usually has it copyrighted unless you mention them in the description. Yeah, exactly, in the description. Tom McDonald's music is the only artist I know that's truly copyrighted. So, perfect example, right? I'm an audio engineer. Like, that's my main profession. And I'm a hip-hop artist, right? So, I travel all around. I do shows, all that stuff, and I make money from music. Here's the thing. He's actually right because when it comes to that stuff, even my own, I put my own music in it, and it's trying to challenge me, telling me as the owner, like, hey, yo, did you get permission to put this, that, and the third on your song? And I'm like, yo, this is me. Like, how you gonna tell me I can't put my own music on my own platform? So they just very strict as a company, trying not to get sued and all that stuff. So they take extra precaution when you're playing other people's music. However, they just came out with something for the YouTube creators that give us a better chance to play other people's music on our channels. I think it's called they just sent out a notification like about a month ago. They said YouTube creator music. We're allowed to use other people's music on our channel, and they automatically, distribute whatever. So that's pretty cool. To market as copyright free is pretty stupid if it isn't. Yeah, it's interesting because it is a lot because they make a lot of copyright free samples and beats and things like that or loops. So other engineers and producers can use them for free. And, it's crazy, but people do it. Yeah, so Steven, I did get a false water cobra. So the false water cobra I had, she just wouldn't eat. She wouldn't eat at all. And I was told that she was a tank she eats all the time. And the person I got it from, a trustworthy source. And he raised her. So I was sad when that one, she just ain't make it. She was alive for a long time though. She made it for a little minute. It just, man, she ain't make it. She wouldn't eat. And I just believe it was the stress. It was the stress. It was the environment change. And he wanted me to have his other one. But I didn't feel comfortable taking it. So I was like, nah, man, because this one didn't make it. So I was like, why would I want to take the other one? And you're saying this one eats even better than that one. I didn't want to take it. So I was like, nah, I'm good. However, I started realizing, man, that enclosure, you guys who've been following this channel, I don't know what it was. You don't see it up here no more. That black enclosure I had, that had the Tarzan the bull snake, rest in peace to him. It had the carpet python Shiva. Some of you guys know who that one was about a year and a half ago. Who else was in that one? I had another snake in that one before that. I can't remember, but I know I moved the one before the carpet out of there. I think I had a lizard in there too. But I had a ball python in there before. Basically, from the carpet, the bull, oh yeah, Logan the ball python, few of the animals, some was wrong. That enclosure, man, I don't know if it was cursed or what, but it was taking animals out. Spring is here and Yoshi is running all over the place. Hey man, I'm glad your bearded dragon is doing well. Seen on Instagram, you had your bearded dragon have a vibrator. That guy is very spoiled. Oh yeah, man. I won't ask you that here. I ask you somewhere else if it come back to me. Captain Kirk, Picard, Cisco. Oh yeah, hey Cisco, Janeway. Always fought against impossible odds. That's why I admire rats. Hey man, the thing is, rats is unfortunately for them, it's so many of them. The reproduction rate on rats is insane. But rats are super smart. They're almost too smart. And it don't seem like it, but you gotta look at it from a logical perspective. If you give a rat enough time, it's gonna figure out a whole routine, either how to escape a situation, how to learn from a situation, or how to adapt from the situation. However, when people say that they think a rat is stupid or all these other words, it's not logical because even let's say, I don't even like talking about this stuff, but let's say back in, like centuries ago, I'm just saying that, they had people as prisoners and they were making people go in there with lions and all types of crazy animals to defend themselves. You put a person in a cage with a lion. This is just what I'm just trying to come up with. You don't know, let's say you have a whole room, right? This person is captured, whatever the case may be. The person, they thinking they're getting transported. Just trying to make this logical for you guys to understand. He goes into a room. You know what I'm saying? They tell you, well, if you survive, you can leave. You see this big beast come out. I'm just like, I'm making this up. You see this big beast come out. And they're like, man, how am I supposed to get out of here with this? Before you can think, that beast is already there on you. So if you ain't Hercules, what you think finna happen? You get what I'm saying? So You put a rodent in there with an animal it's never seen before. It don't even know what it is. You gonna be shocked at what you seeing, first of all. As well as you basically just got thrown to something and you just like, yo, okay, let me just walk around, see where I'm at. Before you could do that, boom, you already gone. You dead already. So it's like, it ain't nothing they can do. It just, unfortunately, just how it go. They're, on one hand, the reproduction rate is quickly, just like rabbits. What happens when you have an animal that reproduce quickly? You have a predator. Cycle of life. Chickens, rats, rabbits, all types of other animals. But it's like, unfortunately for them, bottom of the food chain. You at the bottom of the food chain, hey, all these animals got to eat. That's how it go. So you can't call them stupid for, you know, not being able to survive in a condition where it's almost impossible. And you would even have a rat in the wild. They'll come back for their young and try to fend off the snake. They're trying to come and eat their babies. But they got to, because it's, Mother Nature, instincts. Or a rodent. Let's see what he says. So I am going to learn editing and I am going to review people enclosures. Hey, that's a dope thing to do, man. And that's the thing I say personally, that a lot of channels, they don't get judged on their setups, and some of their enclosures are very dirty. I won't say a lot of channels, but reptile hobbyists, some of their enclosures are horrible. As well as you have those guys, a lot of guys as well, who enclosures are very clean. That's one thing I take pride in, having clean environments. And that's why I try to preach about it in my videos, even after I feed these animals, is keeping the enclosure clean, keeping it mite-free, parasite-free, whatever in there free. You know what I'm saying? Even the room. If some of you guys even come to my reptile room, you're like, dang, it smells like a normal room. It don't smell like anything. Like, it don't smell like poop. It don't smell like none of that. Like, it's just straight clean. So I think that's one thing that we don't get a lot of credit for is, how clean our environments be. Especially the people who do live feed. If you're going to live feed your animals, make sure you clean up after them. If you, when I first started owning reptiles, I used to take the animal out and put it in the tub and feed them separately, which I believe still to this day is the best way to feed your animal, especially a snake. But you don't have to do it that way. I even don't do it that way no more. It's too much work. So make sure you clean up after your animals, man. It's the best way to do it. Paul Green, yo, what's up, my guy? Salute, what's good with you? Raas are always called dumb or dirty, but they are the cleanest animals. They constantly groom themselves and are very intelligent. They can learn to do things and can be trained. Absolutely. I know a lot of people who own rats as pets, and they smart. It's almost crazy. It don't even make sense. It don't even make sense at all. So, I don't never take credit from an animal, even if they fed to my animal or not. What's good, Raas? At work at the moment, still can catch a good, oh, my bad. Still can catch as a podcast, my guy. Hey, salute, man. Jay Hicks, man. He been here for a minute, too. Salute to him. I appreciate you coming through. I ain't really doing much. Just doing a Q&A, chopping it up with you guys. And, man, I was cleaning the reptile room as I went. And just like, hey, I started on Instagram. Wasn't nothing shaking there. Just wanted to try it out. And I was like, man, let me go talk to the main guys. Let's go back to YouTube, see what's shaking. What about rabbits, guineas, pigs? Most of them don't fight back like rats do. Well, now I ain't gonna lie to you. I know 100% for certain a pig is smart, man. I hate to say it. Like, nobody believe. Like, this is almost a fact. And I never thought I would actually say this ever. But a pig, if it can be trained to do things exactly like a dog. Like Gatorpool Gators owned a lot of pigs. And I seen a lot of farms around my area. They own pigs too. And it's like, they treat their pigs like dogs. Not the ones that's about to get slaughtered, but the ones they consider pets. And they definitely are smart. Now, outside of training them, I can't speak for them, but I've seen people train them boys to do some wicked stuff. Um, but bunnies, on the other hand, hey, they run faster than the speed of light. You gotta be an excellent hunter to find out where that burrow is, or you have to be that ultimate hunter, period, to catch them. Because if you guys who hunters in here, it's 23 of you guys in here. Let's say this. When it came to rabbits, let's for the guys who are hunters, who's been hunters their whole lifetime, or who's been out there before, check it out. The things with rabbits is this: a rabbit is only gonna run the pattern it knows. This is a fact. So if you out there hunting, you got your rifle, whatever you got on you. You see the rabbit. If you don't have your beagle or your hound dog or whatever to hunt it out, one thing about that rabbit, it's only gonna go in the same loop that it knows. It can't go no further. It's never gonna go anywhere it don't know how to get back home. That's one thing about a rabbit. It's always gonna return back to its place. It's never gonna go off course. So when an animal knows, when the predator knows that, it's easy to get them, even if they faster or not. But from what I hear, guinea pigs are a good animal too. They just stink. If you don't clean up after them. Let's see. If I am to die, then I want to die like a king, like a Klingon. Your rats always die like, man. Hey man, I ain't even trying to look, man. It's just, hey, unfortunately for them, hey, they was born in that circumstance, and unfortunately, yeah, they was created to get fed, for another animal to live. Let's see. Yeah, I want to see clean, safe for the animals, enrichment, and unique. Absolutely. Now, Taco, if I'm not mistaken, now humor me with this. If I'm not mistaken, I think when you first discovered this channel, and it's not to put you on blast or anything, and this is just a prime example. I think when you first discovered this channel, you didn't like the channel. I don't think he liked the channel because of the feedings and stuff like that. I think I came across a comment on another channel before. And then once you got to know the channel and got to know the person, he was like, oh no, this dude cool. He got clean environments. He got knowledge behind it. And he started rocking with the channel. I respect that 100%. So for you to have a podcast or, a channel to talk about that good stuff, I think that's pretty dope because it gives you an opportunity to check all these other channels out or do reviews on even products that can help them even keep their enclosures clean, or, to actually help them learn to take care of their enclosure. And it won't be to bash other channels, but it's to be it would be to help people, create better environments for their animals or future animals they are to get. Hey, Neil, salute, man. Hoping everything's good. You know what I'm saying? He's another great supporter of the channel. He's been here a long time. I don't even remember what sub count Neil came, but I really believe Neil was here before the 800 mark. Just 800 for sure. So he's been here a long time, man. Good dude in the community. He deals with a lot of arachnids and stuff like that. Pretty dope for sure. Let's see. Centipedes and Goliath tarantula still alive. So when I was moving here, the centipede was gangster, man. He tried to make it. When that heat wave and stuff on the way here came, he made it to the house, but he died in the tank. He literally was dying when I was bringing him in the house, so he didn't make it. The Goliath was she already was dead already on the road. He was already dead on the road. He was dried out, so he's pretty messed up, unfortunately. So all I got is the curly hair at the moment, but I think I'm gonna do an arachnid room. Besides their waste, do reptile scales produce any smell? If you don't take care of them. But nope, this the yellow anacondas. Don't smell like nothing. Clean. Like if you don't, they're in a dirty environment, I do believe they stink. If they swimming in their own poop, they smell horrible. You just got to take care of your animals. Nicely done, Taco. Hey, salute. He became a member. Yes, sir. It was good. Yes, sir. I don't mind live feeding. Sometimes watching them hunt is interesting, but I can't stand the screaming from the rats and rabbits. I totally get that. I totally get that 100%. I definitely get that. But man, it's like, hey, like yeah, sometimes when you do live feed, it's like, man, don't nobody want to be in there with a monster like that, or like, that's very painful. Hate to say it, but it's just what it is. So, like, yeah, that's another reason when it comes to rabbits, man. Like when Spidey was eating those rabbits, it was definitely tough. It was definitely tough, man. I ain't gonna lie, because the amount of noise they make is insane. Like when they under distress, because they calling out for help for their mom, as well as they in fear. Chomp chomp T minus salute. I did get a monitor. But my 4 and 5 got too rough. Oh yeah, no, I get it, man. I definitely get it. The monitors, they'll definitely take you there. I like your channel. You do the live feeding as an actual feeding and not for entertainment. I saw the difference and always love your passion. But yeah, I had a time I wasn't thrilled with the live feed. Absolutely, I remember, because I remember you commented. I do remember you commenting on the channel. I ain't gonna say what channel it is, but you commented on an important channel, and I was notified about it. And I definitely understood, because it's more about concern, and it's more about concern about what you're watching, and you want people to see like, hey, check this guy out, see what's the word is with him. Sometimes that's all it is. It's all about a checkup, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. So I definitely get it. I love live feeding, especially the suffering of the rats. That's the problem. That's the problem, man. Like when it comes to the feeding of these animals, yeah, we add our slogans, chomp chomps, incredibles, all that good stuff. But when you say the suffering part and you say, oh yeah, he's doing it for excitement and stuff like that, that's what get these channels taken out. Like they be like, hey, why this guy stop posting live feedings, or why this guy channel no longer exists? When you say that type of stuff with the suffering, you want to see them murdered and stuff like that. That's what get us taken out, because it makes the community feel like that's what we truly in it for. When in fact, these animals still got to eat. I just wish one day, like, and I don't want to do it myself because it'd be messed up. Like you have to go to literally a rat breeding person. I just wish one day that even Fox Hollow will tell you, he had to do it all the time, that they would show the process from frozen thaw rats and live feeding rats, like the process of turning them to frozen thaw or just pre-killed in general. Like there's people out there who they have to sometimes you gotta force feed some of your new snakes that just won't eat. And unfortunately, they have to force feed them. They'll take the rat or they'll take the pinky or whatever. I'm just talking about a smaller snake. And they will literally squeeze his neck so it can die, right? They literally squeeze the neck completely, let it die, and then they start weaning it into the snake's mouth, and the snake eventually start eating it, And they had the other ways from the rabbit. They'll take the rabbit by the ears or the leg, and they're boom, like, you know what I'm saying? And they start going crazy. They put it in shock because one thing about rabbits, they got these crazy claws that are capable of destroying your snake completely. Like a rabbit one-on-one, man, if that snake ain't got no experience, your snake gonna look like, man, it just been in there with a tiger or something. I'm telling you, they got claws like insane. So they'll knock the rabbit out, and then they'll throw it in there with it, or they'll knock them out and throw them in the freezer. Or, the most common way these people do it when they make frozen thawed prey is they put it in the CO2 machine. You know what I'm saying? They gas them. They gas them, and then they put them in the freezer. Depending on how you look at that, it has to happen. And then you still buying these animals. So you still have to take care of your animals. No matter how you look at it, once upon a time, the animal was alive and was killed by either a person having to, package that animal for you, or it had to be eaten by an animal, which means the animal had to kill it to eat. So it's a lot that go into it, man. I just wish that they show every single part of it. So it just won't make it look like, yo, these guys are just live feeding these animals. They just killing animals. They doing this, that, and the third. But if you see the process like that it takes for a rodent to be packaged or sometimes even injected, I ain't gonna even go into that topic right now. Sometimes even injected, and then you get that animal to feed your animal, what's the difference? It might even be worse. Telling you. Just depends on how you look at it. So, I ain't mean to go that far into it. But that's the part of me. And don't get me wrong, I see people who they reach out to me all the time on Instagram. I see people in enclosures, they'll show me like, yeah, man, I got this animal too, and I see it. I'm like, man, this enclosure, man. Like, I can't tell them like, yo, this is horrible or whatever. I'm gonna tell them in a respectful way, like, hey, it's time to make this right, man. Do this, that, and the third, and you'll see them throw something in there for it to eat. But logically, they're not doing it to feed them. They doing it to see what happens. Like, and that's the difference here. We're doing it to feed the animals. It's a big market. People want to see it eat. No problem. No problem. It's no problem with that at all. There's people who come to see live feedings. They come to see live feedings. And that's the problem. That's a good thing, right? They come into their lane. But then you got people who don't want to see live feedings. They step into that lane and they force themselves to watch it anyway and persuade themselves to say, hey, this person is doing this, that, and the third. But you came to that category to watch it, just to upset yourself. That's your fault. You know what I'm saying? However, if you're going to live feed your animals, be educated behind all of it. And that's the part that I stand. I'm educated in that realm from the aspect of that animal, where it's from, how it acts, what it can eat, what it can't take, what problems it may have. And the most important part, don't be afraid to make mistakes and learn from it. Now, let me get back to your comments. I know I'm a little behind because I was started rambling. So, all right. The noise isn't hurtful, it's just annoying. I get it. These channels are important so people know before getting a pet that they need to supervise the feedings, absolutely, because things can get crazy if you leave them alone. 100%. It happens to everybody, man. It's an important part. You're going to live feed, period. Especially if sometimes you're going to give your animal something a little bigger to make it last longer. You want to watch, make sure that animal don't get hurt because rats do have claws. And they do have teeth. And their teeth can pretty much go through anything. And you want to make sure that they don't hurt your animal. And that's the main thing. Yes, about, like, you want to see the natural aspect that the animal being able to use its own instincts to survive. But you want to make sure that those animals are able to not be harmed in the process. And sometimes it does happen, but it's not often. It's not often, depending on if that animal got experience or not. So I definitely agree with you. Taco Yoshi, I was the same way. When I was really young, hated carnivores for killing other animals, but then I understood how the food chain worked. And I grew to appreciate the cycle of life. 100% I agree. Okay, I get it. Sorry, bro. Nah, man, no need to apologize to me. It's just all about, like, we just getting educated and understand how these channels can stay here longer. And that's why I've been trying to give you guys everything from showing me bonding with these guys. Yeah, I do the feedings too. But the best thing about it is being able to do it all. Like, some of your favorite reptile hobbies, believe it or not, behind the scene, they got a live feed. Certain animals need to. Some animals need to, especially like a lot of baby venomous snakes. They have to live feed for special reasons. Ball pythons too. And then they wean them on the frozen later. Considering the damage rats have done in my area, I don't personally feel bad to see rats die. That's a lot of people, man. A lot of people, some people got rats in their house. Some people have rats destroy their house or just even neighborhoods. I get it. There's a purpose of the live feedings. It's enrichment and what animals need to eat. People need to watch it before they buy. Otherwise, they have rude awakening. Absolutely. That enrichment is the key. That's the key. And that's what nowadays that a lot of people know what the word means. Although that is true, people feel like that, a lot of hobbyists, we use that word as an excuse when it's not an excuse, it's an actual fact. For the record, I just don't like rats. I don't watch any other animal feedings like rabbits or hamster. That makes me sad. Man, and that's another thing. That's another thing too. So they had this thing where with the rabbit feedings, I get a lot of people who want me to do the rabbit feedings and stuff like that. First and foremost, my area, I'm not just gonna go to no place and be like, hey, I want a rabbit. Which one you want? It doesn't matter. Why not? Oh, I'm finna feed it to my snake. You finna what? Oh, no. So I will only feed. This is just my thing on it. A lot of people have a different take. I'm not gonna spend $1 million on a rabbit, especially if it's sold as a pet. If it's sold as a pet, I will not feed it to anything. You know what I'm saying? Because it's being sold as a pet. It's gonna be a pet. It's gonna serve that purpose. If it's a meat rabbit or a feeder rabbit, it can be fed as food to my animal. Because if it's a meat rabbit, it's meant for you to kill and eat yourself. So, same flavor. But, man, when it comes to the feedings, it really ain't no difference in terms of, hey, yeah, I feel sorry for the bunny, but you can't feel sorry for the rat. You don't feel sorry for the rat, you gotta feel sorry for the bunny. Because the bunny, unfortunately, they get brutal. A rabbit will kill its own quick. They're paralyzed their own, and you'll be sitting there like, man, what is going on? And I experienced that when I was trying to breed mine. I didn't know you introduced the doe to the buck's home. I put them both in there together. And then, man, like, when the babies was there, whatever, she killed the buck. And I was like, hold on, she killed the buck? Then she killed the baby. And I'm like, oh, no. And when I say a baby, it was still like a little decent size. She killed the buck, she killed the baby, and there was one left. So I separated. I'm like, man, what's going on? And I found out they said, yo, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to introduce the doe to the buck's home, let them breed, then separate. I'm like, man, I ain't know that. I'm thinking they like rats. You keep them together. But you can't. Them guys get brutal quick. So it's a lot to it. I used to be super interested in psychology, and apparently people who enjoy the suffering of small animals at some point in their life has been in a situation of helplessness. Hey, man, I ain't no doctor, so I don't have the answer to that. When I had all my monitors and snakes, I like to feed pre-kill. That way I could feed the rats what I wanted and make sure they were gut loaded. Exactly. So you used to breed your own rats to ensure that they was getting the proper food source. And that's the best way to do it. That's definitely the best way to do it, 100%. Especially if you breeding your own, then you know it's healthy. Agree. They die either way. And it is not pretty in a frozen way. Exactly. I know I'm a little behind on y'all comments. I'm just reading them now. I'll keep those evil comments to myself. The last thing I want to do is get your channel in trouble. Hey, man. All I'm saying is just be mindful of what you say and mean what you say as well. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I love all you guys' comments, but you guys probably notice if it's a comment that says something pretty crazy, like, oh, I love the suffering, kill that, blah, 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 whatever, I don't ever respond to it. Because it's like, if I put a heart there or if I comment on it, then you'll have people who target channels like mine. They take those the pictures they screenshot, those the videos they take, and they put it to something else, and they start forming these little things that get your channels removed. Just keeping it thorough with you. It's stupid, but that's what they do. Your setup for Spidey is amazing. He's lucky to have you as his owner. I appreciate that, and I'm constantly adding more and more. It's crazy. You guys probably feel like, man, I'm a fool. But his rock wall been here for a good, 3 months? And I still ain't put it up, man. I'm just getting on the lazy side because I got to do a few things. I got to add 8 more trees to his enclosure. I need to add there's a leaf platform that I'm putting on the right side of his enclosure where he sleeps at that I still have to order from Amazon. I haven't done that either. Then I'm going to put the rock wall in, and from there he'll be good. I'm like, dude, I got to stop playing because it is here. I haven't got an enclosure that's blank for one of my other animals that I still haven't put up yet. Facts, they acting like weirdos. The one I don't like ate the ones they put. He said, the ones I don't like ate the ones they put 2 animals in a clear container and do a see who wins thing. Oh yeah. People be going crazy, man. They be going crazy, man. Like I'm like, yo, hey, leave me alone, man. This other channel's like, man, that's a million times worse than mine for sure. And they will 100% tell you they don't care. Man, I had conversation with a few of them. They like, man, I don't care. Let them suffer. I'm like, what? You tripping, bro? Do you see the condition of your animals, dog? Get up here. Gotta go. Yvette, my former girlfriend, now my wife, is shouting, get up here. Gotta go, Raas. Let me end this. Hey, chomp, chomp. Yes, sir, Chris. Have a good day, man. Tell the poker guys I said what up. This guy be playing poker with his friends, man, and and be watching the channel at the same time. It'd be crazy. Oh my God, I forgot that rabbits kill their own. Animal Kingdom. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, these guys be murking them. They'll murk their own, man, with no problem. With no problem. And most of them will do it if they feel like something is in harm's way, has been scented by something. They'll do it. But rabbits get brutal. Rabbits, they'll purposely bite the spines of their babies to paralyze them. Not sure how exactly. Their territorial response versus you know what I'm saying, like they feel like something is wrong with them. Over with. Man. YouTube is evil to creators. Someone will say that C virus word, and suddenly you get hit for misinformation, and you weren't even the one who said it. Hey, man, it get crazy, bro. It get crazy 100%, man. It's like, I at certain points, I'm like, yo, man, I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's how I ain't never give up on anything in my life. But this was one thing, they almost took me. I'm like, hey, man, this getting annoying. I can't take this no more. I was like, I almost like gave up on it. So I definitely feel you. There was a lot of drama a while ago about the live feeding. Thankfully, it seemed to have died down quite a bit. Hope it stays that way. It hasn't died down necessarily. It's just that a lot of people that are targeting those feedings and stuff, some of them are starting to realize like it's hurting them more than others because they have notified others. But then what they're doing as well is they're actually giving those channels the actual you know, the platform they want. They want people to see it. So from their platform, you got people who still watch their channels or their platform like, hey, okay, you saying this guy is bad, but I like what this guy do. Let me hit him with a follow, right? It helps them more than break them. And they starting to realize that, as well as they are targeting the channels that are actually doing crazy stuff. And on the other hand, the reason it seems to calm down because there's a bigger issue at hand. And luckily for us, we have companies like we have the big people who's taking care of us that's fighting for our animal rights. USARC. USARC is U.S. Art. They are fighting for us on a daily basis, and you know they the ones who gonna make sure all of us around the world or in the states are able to keep our animals for a long period of time as the laws try to change. Because you got some evil people out there who don't want us to have animals. Period. Who are waiting to prey on people who are uneducated to take the animals to kill them and then get rid of them and things like that. So it's a bigger thing at hand that requires everybody in the whole community to actually take care of. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's to make sure that we all can own these animals wherever we live and they get the best care possible. Have a good night, bro. I'll be waiting for your new uploads. Hey, salute, Jacob, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, next time I'll be uploading some videos tomorrow. And we will be back to the dailies. And members, I will have a video for y'all tomorrow, as well as we will drop another video on top of that for the regular subs too. And the thing is, for the members who are in here, I'm not sure if y'all be getting my notifications, but some of y'all don't say anything, but I do get the like on there or something. So if y'all not seeing that members video, let me know. Because I try to, if y'all haven't caught on by now, I try to upload a video to YouTube itself at 12:45. What is that? 12:45 Pacific time, every day. And then I try to put a members video up an hour early. So is this Spidey's final enclosure for the time being, at least? Absolutely. So there's the thing. Since I live in a state where it gets hotter now, Spidey, I don't know if I'm being 100% thorough with y'all, I don't know if Spidey can survive out there in the extreme conditions it could get in the garage area. So I'm building Spotty another enclosure, an indoor enclosure in the house that he could stay at when it gets those extreme temperatures. Because you know a garage is gonna get hotter than the outside, and I know other animals like turtles and them can, but Spotty being stubborn, he's not just gonna sit in the water all day. He's still gonna want to bass, and I don't want to risk coming in there and I got a fried lizard. So he's gonna have an enclosure in the house as well as he's gonna be roaming a lot outside, and he's gonna be in his enclosure too. Neutral, what's good? What's good, man? It's been a minute. What's the word with you? How the music going, man? You got an album or something? Let me check it out. And if you can, man, go check out my album too. It's called Generational Wealth by Rapper Heartless, man. Check it out for me. Um, is let's see what else. My record is 23 copyright claims on one stream, man. Hey, man. I hope you get that fixed, man, because they don't be playing, man. They don't be playing. They will take you down in a heartbeat. I think it's called Straits in effect, where if you say something is bad, it will bring in more publicity. Same thing happened with that Hogwarts game. Hey, man, I agree. I be playing that Hogwarts game on the PS5, and like I'm a big Harry Potter fan for sure. And hey, man, I like the game, man. It's just a video game, man. Look, I can't go no, I ain't gonna go no further than that because I know how some people feel about it. The game is amazing. The game is amazing. It's one of the dopest games I've ever seen. I just hope they make it online. Vegans hate this kind of channels the most. In order to make tofu, every animal in that food plot has to die. Bugs, rats, deer, etc. More animals didn't make vegans dinner. They don't see that though. Many people don't see. They don't see a ton of stuff, man. It's insane, bro. Time for bed. It was great to chat again. Have to take care of mental health stuff for the last few months. All right, man. See you next time, man. Hey, man, keep your mental up. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head up. Whatever you're going through, man. Sometimes you just got to release it in a positive manner. Let everything go. Take a good shower. You know, sometimes that one run, that run jog could change so much that going through your head, man. So sometimes use it. Don't be afraid to express yourself to others. Yes, sir. He said, you too, Neil. Yes, sir. I can't pronounce your name, so I'm gonna say Angela. Angela, salute. He said, where's the album, bro? So you can find my album on pretty much anywhere, on all streaming platforms. Like if you put it's I don't even like talking about my music stuff on here, but it's cool. It's Rapper Heartless, Rappa Heartless. Like heart. You know what I'm saying? You can find it literally anywhere. And if you hit me up on Instagram from that actual Instagram account, I'll send it to you. I deleted the live stream after they blew up my emails. I feel you, man. Hey, man, don't let them bully you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Everyone hit that thumbs up. Helps so much. Absolutely. Helps a ton. Oh, speaking of video games, have you played the Resurrection 4 remake? Man, absolutely, bro. Like, it's cold, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's a classic. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I've been playing it. I definitely been playing. I'm waiting on that Tekken 8 to come out, too. Tekken 8. That God of War was pretty dope. Like, yeah, especially that God of War. That was cold, for sure. The storyline was hard. And Ghost of Tsushima, if y'all haven't played that, there's a lot of good games out there. But yeah, like, look like we pretty caught up. All right, Gene is good. I like to spray her down, too. I got it. Let's go. I hit you on IG. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gratitude, my guy. Gratitude. So, Raas, don't know if it was mentioned earlier, but what plans do you have for the animals? So, I'm glad you asked. I got a few plans. Before you came in, I almost made a mistake yesterday. A crazy mistake. So, I was just like, hey, man, I got a ton of animals. And I was thinking about, like, for the most part, trying to figure out if I wanted to, I wanted to get rid of some. And that's just the honest truth. I was just like, man, should I get rid of some of these guys, or should I actually just try to, I don't know. I was just thinking, like, man, what should I do? So I was like, I actually considered getting rid of Jiraiya. I was like, dang, I'm going to get rid of Jiraiya because I felt like that out of all of the animals, he's the one that I least bond, that I bond with the least. The reason why, because he's either always on the ground and you got to dig him up to find him to feed him, or, you know what I'm saying, he don't really be doing much. And I was like, man, I think I'm just probably going to sell him, whatever. So I was like, all right, I'm going to probably just start selling a couple of these guys off, the ones that I really don't unfortunately have to bond with as much. And I have to have a conversation with people, and I was like, first and foremost, I didn't want to give him to somebody that I felt wouldn't take care of him, and I wouldn't be able to handle that if I shipped him to somebody who could, and when he got there, he didn't make it. And that was the main thing. Like, I didn't know if I didn't want to be in no situation where if it was somebody who could take care of him, I shipped them off or any of the animals off, and they didn't make it, as well as they end up selling them to somebody who didn't take care of them, and they messed them up. So I ended up retracking that whole theory. I was like, you know what? Yeah, we just gonna make it where we can bond with these guys better and do a lot more with them and keep them. Because that's the main thing with me. Usually, most of the time, I have this thing. If I bought the animal, I want to keep it because it's now family. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want your family to sell you, so why would I give him away? And that's my thing. I'm attached to all my animals. So, but the main thing is finishing this Cayman enclosure. I have to finish it. It's a big enclosure I'm creating. And it's semi basic. It got the same size pond that Spotty has, but it's gonna be a different layout with sliding doors. And then I'm doing the turtle pond. So those are the main two things. From there, that should be. I probably could I really could finish it in a day. For real, it won't take long. It's all about the placement. And then the last thing I gotta do is build Spotty's indoor enclosure. His indoor enclosure, it's not gonna be as big, but he'll be able to at least walk around and stuff, get cooled down while he's in the house when those extreme temperatures come here. And from there, everything will be straight. And then I'm still considering, although I got scarring this smaller enclosure now, that one, still considering, like, I'm gonna take him out of here, put him in something probably like, cause I didn't even know they make stuff like jeans a little deeper, and I might put him in something like that so he could have a lot more room and he could dig more. So other than that, for the time being, I should be straight. And the last two projects will be the retic enclosure and the yellow anaconda enclosure. So in these next 6 months and that whole widespread, those will be all of the projects that will be done. And lastly, looking at it now, when the Sasuke, the black throat monitor, actually gets big enough, you know he gonna need something crazy. He said, "I got it. Let's go. I hit you on IG. Yes, sir. Salute. Appreciate that." Um, he said, "Soul Rise. Don't know if it was mentioned earlier." Oh yeah, I already just answered that. You treaded cautiously on that whole Hogwarts game thing. Smart move. Absolutely. Never know, man. They might take what I said, use me as something, be like, "Hey, he said this. Get him out of here." I'm like, dang, man. Well, I still play the game. Hey, like, you got to be careful what you say. Hey, I see your wife, man. Hey, hey, you better be careful, man. Your wife might tell you, you can't do anything or can't use the car. You sleeping on the couch tonight or something, man. Be careful. He's still here. This man, wife told him to come upstairs, go to bed. He's still here. Bold man, dog. Bold man. 100%. He said, "Okay, track two, I'm feeling it." Hey, let's go. Oh, he said, "Okay, two in and I'm feeling it." Hey, I appreciate it, man, 100%. I ain't like I ain't like these other people who just be making nonsense, man. I only could tell my own story and my own personal experiences. Like, I'm all about 100%. I'm all about the youth and doing positive things, because where I grew up, man, like, absolutely, it's been a lot of stuff going on in those areas. So my primary goal is to be there for the youth and put them in a better situation. So that's why I named it generational wealth, because amongst my family, my children, my goal is to ultimately literally be able to spread that knowledge and be able to continue that path even when I'm gone. So I had billboards up in California, New York, Chicago, Arizona. I think I'm missing one place. Oh yeah, and Vegas. So I got that on that page too. But that's what it's always about, man. It's all about positivity and doing the right thing. So I hope you're really feeling it. Who's the oldest in your collection? So oldest in the collection. So rest in peace to Storm. She's now gone, unfortunately, because I believe she was wild caught. But oldest in the collection that I had the longest. Would be the leopard gecko, The leopard, but Thor is the oldest because Thor was already 4 years old when I got him. The leopard gecko was probably just about 8 months, 6, 8 months when I got her. Um, and yeah, so Thor's the oldest at the academy, but the leopard gecko being here the longest. So I'll say that. But most of them really close in age. Like the boa constrictor, and Spotty is close in age. Um, who else? Yeah, really them two. They the main ones that's close in age with each other. But yeah, the bearded he the OG in terms of age, but the leopard gecko is the oldest at the academy. Let's see. But yeah, we just been chilling, guys. Um, show you guys a couple stuff. We just been chilling. Nathan Drake, this is what he does when he getting ready for bed. He just hides in his corner, go to sleep. All right, JP, salute, salute. And oh yeah, he gone already. And your boy, dog boy, the Tagu, I don't even know why I got that small house in there. That wasn't even intentional. Like, that's all they had available. He said the difference between a wife and a girlfriend is a lawyer. Hey, absolutely. I know it best too. So here's the thing about snakes I be telling you guys. As you guys can see, she's planning her escape. She's gotten out of here before. The second day I had her in this enclosure, this whole door was open. And I knew she could do it because she's done it before. Opened this whole door. She literally was so strong. And I'm telling you, you guys probably don't believe me. She went behind these enclosures. Now, these enclosures was all against the wall. She knocked out, let me wipe this camera. She wiped off, like she literally moved all three of these enclosures with her body and was behind it. But what you do with these guys, which is like you put that cage on a light, because what she would do, her being so smart like that, she would literally unscrew that light bulb, even if it's hurting her. Nathan Drake used to do it all the time. As you guys can see, that wire, I always got to pull that wire back because what he does is he goes above the wire and underneath and he pulls it down until it can't be pulled no more. So I got to go in there and fix that. This girl right here don't do that as much. She just be chilling. She more, the anacondas like the water. They like to chill a lot. And, they rather hide than mess with a bowl. So, bro, come to Australia and see some real reptiles, bro. Absolutely, man. I want a parenti monitor bad. When I tell you I want a parenti monitor bad, if they told me I was one of the only people in America that could get one, I would be honored. I would be honored. I would come out there just to get it. I love Australia, man. Incredible place. And the great Steve Irwin is from there too. I would love to visit their zoo and a lot of other stuff, man. I see people go all the time. So it's a must. You have to go to the zoo, man. You got to tell me you have. Doesn't she understand that you're her food source? What would her plan to be escape? So here's the thing about snakes. No matter how nice they are, like, how friendly they may get to you or how stupid you may think your animals is in general, just keeping it real. They're always thinking, what you think she doing now? Her doing that, all she's doing is planning her escape. She literally planning her escape, and they're always thinking. That's the main thing is thinking. Once they get out, if they're not looking for food, they're trying to find a place to cramp up and hide in. And that's the 100% truth. That's what they do. So why you think when these people put locks on their enclosures, they doing it because they know that animal at will can get out. When that yellow is big enough, she can break this whole glass if she wanted to. He could break the glass now if he wanted to. If he hungry enough, he will break this whole glass. Look it up. Look up green anaconda breaks tank. All it did without even using all its strength was strike at the glass, shatter, grab that lady on. No problem. Where's the came lizard? Oh, yeah, I asked this earlier. That came lizard ain't make it. It wasn't dewormed and none of that good stuff, so it was gone within a couple of days. But, the thing is with caiman lizards, And is that if you don't get them dewormed or make sure they don't have any parasites and stuff like that, especially being babies, they won't make it at all. And when I got mine, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all to try to get them dewormed and things like that. So I was too late. By the time I figured it out, he is pretty much done. Bro, we got a lot more crazy than parentheses here in OZ, believe me. Absolutely. Man, what? Of course. Y'all got everything in Australia. Everything. Like, come on, man. Like, I love reptiles. Like, y'all have literally, even mammals. The mammals y'all got out there are incredible too. So, I definitely agree with you for sure. For sure. I could just go in the backyard and have a field day. I just looked out the perennial monitor. They look like Spidey did a fusion dance with a gecko. Hey, man, they're an incredible animals, man. Like, it's the pattern and how beautiful they are. Even the snouts, like, they get big. They get big, but in captivity, from what I understand, is most people who have parental monitors, it's rare for them to even have them as adults because they'll never have them long enough to even make it that long. Let's see. All right, there we go. He said, but yeah, Australia is amazing, man. It seems like it's so peaceful there. All right. So yeah, me and the wife is refurbishing some of our old furniture, turning it into something real nice. So it's over there. Y'all boy Spidey over there asleep. He knocked out cold. Clothes are still looking good. He pooping a lot more. So I know it's time for me. This filter is time to get changed out, change it and clean it. You see our poop is in the corner. But yeah, my boy out cold, sleep. And you see we got the double deck. Remember, this used to be plywood. So this is straight open. So we can always see him at all times. And yeah, this is why I was saying that the grass background is gonna be like, it's like a leaf background that I found on Amazon. It stretch all the way through, so we're gonna cover that up, cover all the pieces so it look like more of a jungle. I already told Raas this, but I have been watching paleo videos. I found out a while ago that we came close to having a tree climbing crocs live amongst us in New. Exactly, man. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Dude, that is insane. Yeah, I need to start researching that a lot more too, because like you'll be surprised on how much. Sorry, Spotty, didn't mean to wake you up. You like, dude, shut up. You'll be surprised on how much of this planet, like some of this stuff is. Pit vipers get big here in Arkansas. Man, pit vipers are dope too, for sure. For sure. Dude, I didn't mean to wake you up, man. I'm sorry. I promise I'll bring you food tomorrow. I know the channel gonna want to see you eat. So we probably feed Spider tomorrow. He like, yo, you didn't bring me food, leave me alone. You didn't woke me up out of my sleep. You didn't came to my enclosure. You didn't upset me. He gonna scare me off. That's my youngin' right there. He just be chilling. Look at him. He like, yo, I'm tired, man. Leave me alone. I'm like, all right, man, I got you. Y'all can see he tried to escape, because look, he thought he can he thought he could knock over move the tub. Hold on, I'm still, there we go. He thought he could move over the tub and scratch off the grass and thought he'd be able to leave. Nope, ain't happening. I got big hands naturally, but Spotty on average is his hand probably half of mine. So I had a lady, she ain't been following the channel as long as you guys have. She told me that Spotty was small. And, I told her, I'm like, well, you gotta realize, like, you don't know when I got him, though. When I got him, he was very small. So these guys, the thing with water monitors, they grow a long time. And it takes a long time for them to grow. And once they reach a certain time, they slow down a bit. And depending on the morph, or style of water monitor that you have, these guys will start growing slower than others, and sometimes you have dwarfs. But he has probably a good 7, 8 years more growing to do. Look at him. He think I'm bringing him something. I ain't got nothing for you, man. Not today. That's why he getting prepared. He flexing and stuff. But yeah, he still got a lot more growing to do, and his neck is getting thicker. Yeah, he's looking good. So we got a lot. We got a lot of stuff to go through, man. A lot more work to do. But probably next year or two or so, we'll probably be seeing like the peak of him for real. Water monitors can live up to 25 years. That's why they grow so long. That's why they grow so long. Should get a shingleback, a few different colors, but the rare species is called goldfields. Shinglebacks, they're orange mixed with black. Goldfields. I will check those out, man. Incredible. That would be dope. That'd be dope. I'm gonna look into it and see what I could do. Yeah, whoa, that's nuts. Yeah, that's the thing. So a lot of people try to get rid of these guys at a certain period of time because once they get big enough, most people in the average home, they don't have the size to take care of him. When he gets huge, believe it or not, this 20 foot, this ain't enough. I could make it enough, but still he'll be cramped from the width standpoint. He gonna need more. He'll need more. So it's like, nah, man, he gonna need more to take advantage of. Like I seen people with adult monitors who don't even got enclosures that's even just this part alone. And I'm like, yo, you making a mistake. This guy needs something. They're gonna need something that they could move up and down in. They could hide in, they could dig in. This species is like the ultimate predator next to the Komodo. No, man, you gotta look up an adult Asian water monitor. He's not even an adult yet. Like he's only 4 years old. And that may seem like a lot from a dog perspective, but from a reptile, from a monitor, that's still a baby. He's a teenager. Exactly. Getting pretty attached makes it hard to lose one. Like losing him or losing because I almost lost him twice. I was so nervous that he wasn't gonna make it on the trip here that I didn't know what to do. Like you literally have to dedicate a whole space to this animal in Gara alone. And me even finding my home, me finding my house, I was like, yo, I found multiple houses that were beautiful. I'm talking about with big pools and backyards and things like that. But I'm like, it wasn't equipped for my animals. So I'm like, I need something that these animals can survive in and they can still have the space they need without making sacrifices. So yeah, these guys, man, they're definitely useful. They're definitely useful, and I try to make sure they get all the necessary needs they can. But yeah, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. It was nice catching up. I have a lot more videos for y'all tomorrow and so forth. Just took a couple days break, and then I'll do a lot more live streams and stuff too. Have a good time. Had a good time with y'all tonight. We spent 94 minutes on the live stream. Not too bad at all. Yeah, so I'll see y'all tomorrow. Comment, share, subscribe. It's your boy Raas Reptiles. Chomp, chomp. Incredible. Follow the channel on Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, we on TikTok now at Raas Reptiles. All the same thing. And yeah, we out, man. We got to feed everybody. Let's get it.